Well, hello again, Washington. Thank you for taking your precious time to watch this short video. Whether you're in your office, sitting in your living room, or watching as you wait in the drive-thru line, thank you for your time. In recent weeks, I'd like you to know that our district has registered a daughter work in Bellingham and a preaching point in East Sound. Thanks to Pastors Ross and Robinson for those efforts. Brother Michael Sheftick's begun a Bible study in Port Townsend. Now, all three of these efforts are significant because they're in counties without an existing United Pentecostal congregation. We thank the Lord for these who are progressively starting new works in unchurched areas. It's really what Mission Washington is all about. We are the evangelism arm of our district. Mission Washington's duty is to reach every city and town with the gospel. In practice, we do three things. We recruit church planters, we enable church planters, and we support church planters. We can do these things because churches like yours and people like you give to Christmas for Christ. The past couple of years, this district has given record CFC offerings, and you've been a part of that. Thank you for what you've done. Because of that, in 2021, our department was able to facilitate evangelism, SWOT analysis discussions at every sectional conference. We hosted an evangelism day at summer conference. We presented Seattle at the general conference, searching out church planters. We've registered 6 preaching points, 1 new daughter work, and 1 new self-governing work this year. Mission Washington, we host a couple of events, but our department isn't an events department. We are a missions endeavor. And though often invisible, our efforts are ongoing throughout the year. In order to keep moving forward, I'm asking for your participation. Your evangelism involvement and investment makes a difference for our state. And we're thankful for what's happened, yet we are far behind what needs to take place. In our state, there remain 16 counties without a United Pentecostal church. We've got 8 cities, over 50,000 people that don't have a church. In the city of Seattle, there are 5 neighborhoods with more than 15,000 people and no United Pentecostal congregation. There's much work to do. Our mission is to recruit, empower, and support church planters. To recruit, we'd like to operate a systematic internship program, partnering young adults with evangelism efforts here in Washington. We'd like to place families from Washington and from outside of Washington into unchurched areas to share the gospel. We'd like to fund site visits. We'd like to help with moving expenses and initial living costs. I believe that there are more families eager to answer the Lord's call to the harvest, more families willing to evangelize our state by planting churches. There are more people like Ray Alanis and Joel Sanchez and their families, more people like Craig Warren and Gary Blaylock, more people like Steve Torres and Michael Moore and Darcy Ross and Noah Raniger and their families. We want to recruit families like these. And we want to empower them. We'd like to see systematic training happening in every section of our state. We know wisdom is knowledge in action. And it follows then that more knowledge allows greater wisdom, and those who win souls are wise. We want to provide more evangelism training seminars, and we want to fund sincere families to attend those seminars. For support, we'd like to host a standalone retreat for our church planting families. We want to help New Works with their lease expenses. We want to provide them capital assistance when they purchase land or buildings or remodel them. There are more things that we need to do, but these are particular elements that require money. These are reasons to increase our district's evangelism budget. To accomplish these things means greater investment. Last year, Washington's CFC offering was a second consecutive record. You gave $61,591.31. Thank you. Because of the need, we're asking for more. That $60,000 is our district's annual evangelism budget for the entire state. Of those watching this video, I suspect there are household budgets greater than $60,000 a year, but we're to reach 16 unchurched counties and the great city of Seattle on that annual budget. CFC, Christmas for Christ, isn't to fund what we are doing, but to fund what we could be doing, what we should be doing. And I want us to know we can do it. We can give more generously. Other Northwest districts have proven it. Idaho, with 16 churches, gave $54,000 last year. Oregon, 43 churches, $146,000. BC, 37 churches, $226,000. Neighboring districts with greater evangelism budgets and fewer congregations. I sincerely ask you to generously support Christmas for Christ. Join my wife and I in giving. We're going to give $1,200 to Christmas for Christ this year. Join our congregation. We were the second largest giver last year, and I'm asking them to increase 20% this year. Join us in generosity. Our Missions Washington team, 7 of us on the committee, made congregational commitments totaling nearly $20,000. Join with us. Let's raise a greater evangelism budget, a budget nearer to Washington's need, our need. Every church can readily participate by using these simple CFC envelopes. They're numbered $1 to $100. They've been mailed to every church. Place them on a table, maybe in your entryway or another visible spot. Invite people to give their best gift to Jesus this Christmas. They've got 8 weeks to fulfill their pledge. Thank you in advance for helping us reach the great state of Washington for Jesus Christ.